Hello Power Rangers Lightning Collection fans, and welcome back to Lightning Storm, the series where lightning always strikes twice as we talk about everything that has happened in the past week for the Power Rangers Lightning Collection. Now, I've already uploaded 2 episodes of Lightning Storm this past week, one little short one on Tuesday to talk about the official reveal of Wild Force Blue, and one on Wednesday to talk about the Walmart decoding of the Wave 12 codes. But we still have some stuff to talk about though, not a lot, but a couple things we can dive into related to that, and also some other stuff that's happened since Wednesday. So let's go ahead and get right on into it. So first up for the week, I'm starting with another deal. So Amazon just keeps getting random deals for Lightning Collection figures recently. Last week I talked about the fact that the In Space Blue and Psycho Silver 2-pack was up for sale, and this one is definitely even a crazier sale. So if you never got the Wave 8 version of Lost Galaxy Red, now's the time to do it. So right now he is $6.89 on Amazon, which is just absolutely crazy. It's not a bad figure by any means, it's a great figure, but I know that a lot of people probably skipped it because they probably had him from the 2-pack that came out in 2019, which I do prefer that Leo, but there's things about the Wave 8 Leo that I definitely like. I like the portrait, the civilian head on him better. I do like there being a standalone version of him. Although, at this point, because of what we know about Lost Galaxy Green and the fact that we had the Trans Dagger with Lost Galaxy Blue, it would have been nice to have it with the standalone version of Lost Galaxy Red, but this is a pretty good opportunity if you wanted to get other Quasar launchers that you could repaint into other colors for Kai, for Damon, since we know that they don't have Quasar launchers in their releases. Maybe you could do something with that, or maybe you can just get another Leo if you never got the standalone one, or get your first Leo if you don't have any of them. Basically, it's on sale. I'm going to have a link for it down in the description below, and it's like the lowest I've ever seen a Lightning Collection figure besides like that random time that like Psycho Blue was like $3 at GameStop when they were practically trying to give them away. So continuing with Amazon for our next story, we have another possible chance for people to get the Psycho Ranger 5-pack if you never picked it up in 2020. So right now you can get the Psycho Ranger 5-pack not via Amazon US. However, if you go to the other sellers option on Amazon US, you might be able to find it being sold via Amazon UK for $98.75 with free shipping. It does have it shipped to the United States via Amazon Global Store UK, and it does say free shipping, so this might be your last possible chance to get the Psycho Ranger Team Pack essentially at retail, actually a tiny bit lower than retail, and not paying $200 plus for it as it goes for now, since it is nearly 2 years old, and if you never got it, it is still currently the only way to get Psycho Black, Yellow, and Pink in the Lightning Collection. I highly recommend this set. It's really awesome, and there's no other release for Psycho Yellow and Pink in sight right now, or even Psycho Black, so we don't know if they're going to be exclusive to this 2-pack, but now going on nearly 2 years, it looks like they might actually be after all, so this could be your last chance if you never got them before. Next up this week, we have something that I know a lot of people have been talking about this past week ever since it happened. So, obviously on Tuesday and even on Wednesday, we covered the official reveal of Wild Force Blue that was just randomly dropped on Twitter, thanks to the whole hashtag I Love Power Rangers movement. Now, I had talked about this briefly in the original episode when it was pretty much my pure raw reaction to the official reveal, which is just a little 2-minute episode. If you guys would like to check that out, I'll put it up in the cards here right above so you guys can see my basically live reaction to that happening. And in that, I talk about, or I read, the official announcement tweet for Wild Force Blue, which a lot of people have been reading into, because in the end of the tweet, they say, and stay tuned for 2023, because we're shifting into high gear. What does that mean? Well, today I'm here to answer that question. What does it mean for the Lightning Collection? I have absolutely no idea. I genuinely just don't. So, sometimes I would know information about things going forward. Obviously, I do occasionally. But I don't know exactly what this is pointing to. It could be pointing to a couple of different things. It might not even be Lightning Collection related at all. I think that I'm kind of going into this trying to keep that mindset with it, kind of thinking that perhaps it's not Lightning Collection that they're referring to, or maybe it's not even referring to anything at all, and it's just kind of like, please keep supporting the brand in 2023. But if we get that option off the table and pretend it's not about the show, which it might be, it might not be, or even the movie universe that they're building, what would it mean for the Lightning Collection? Now, when I first read that, my live reaction to reading it, the first thing that popped in my head was RPM, because when I think of RPM, I think of RPM getting gear, or, the theme song that says it over and over and over again. However, people did point out that one of the lyrics, and I think it was one of the songs from the Turbo movie, or even in the Turbo theme song, I think, one of the lyrics in that one is also shifting into high gear, which would make you think it's referring to Turbo. So basically, I think in terms of Lightning Collection, it could really only be referring to Turbo or to RPM. Now, people are thinking also with 2023, some people were thinking that the 2023 date was referring to the release date of Wild Force Blue, and it's not. Wave 12 should be out within a month or so from now, which I know is ridiculous since they haven't even put it up for pre-order, and I agree. I don't know what they're waiting for. But basically, Wave 12 will be out within the next month to a month and a half or so they better step on it with revealing it. Wave 13 will be out this fall, which I've already told you what's in Wave 13. Wave 14 we have the code names for, but we don't know who's in Wave 14 yet. So that would be the first wave of 2023, presumably. So right now, it's possible that this is a tease for something in Wave 14, which could make sense. Wave 14 definitely could be kind of a prime candidate to start introducing another team, because by that point we'll be halfway through Wild Force, we'll complete most of the core members of Beast Morphers, we'll be really close to Dino Thunder, and Wave 14 would be a great wave to finish Dino Thunder. It would be a great wave to finally finish SPD Yellow if they ever want to do that. But it could also be a wave to introduce a new season, like maybe Turbo or maybe RPM. Now, I definitely agree with the fact that maybe this is referring more to Turbo, because I think that there actually is the exact lyric of shifting into high gear, or very close to that. I'm hoping more it's RPM, if it even is that at all, because RPM is one of my favorite seasons, and I really, really want to see it get into the Lightning Collection. But it's interesting that they give us this little tease, because are we going to read too much into it and nothing ever comes of this? Will we even be able to know that there was a payoff to this tweet? I guess we would know if Turbo or RPM is next. But it's one of those things where it's I don't think they would ever refer back to this tweet and be like, that's what we were teasing back in May of 2022. So it's one of those things where it's going to be really tricky to figure out if it's teasing anything, and if it is, what they're teasing. But I'd love to hear what you guys have to say down in the comments below on it, because all we really can do is speculate on what the wording of that tweet means. But the greater point is that I'm still just blown away that this hashtag that was used by the fandom was not only officially acknowledged by Hasbro, but that they revealed Wild Force Blue because of it. So, which is just still super, super cool to me. And I cannot wait to see the rest of Wave 12. And I'm also very excited to see whatever they're doing to shift into high gear in 2023. And finally for this week, we have another upcoming Lightning Collection figure leak. So this is one that's not super surprising. It's one that I'm sure a lot of people were expecting them to do eventually. I still think it's a year too late. I cannot believe we didn't have this one already, and I'm happy that it looks like we're going to finally be getting it soon. And that is thanks to a retailer from Singapore, Unrivaled Collectibles, which is one I've never heard of, but apparently on their Facebook page they post new pre-orders for their store. They don't seem to have an actual website for their store. They just seem to have a Facebook page to where people in Singapore can contact them to pre-order figures via Facebook. And basically, thanks to a user on Instagram who was able to tag me in this or send me this via direct message, they made me informed of this, and I'm very thankful for it, because I was able to screenshot the post on Facebook before it got taken down, which is usually always a good thing in terms of supporting the validity of leaks. Usually when things get taken down because they're a leak, chances are they're probably an official leak of some kind. So basically, this store put up a pre-order for the Metallic Armor White Ranger figure from Mighty Morphin, which, I mean, yeah, it's not the most exciting figure out there, right? It's not one that's whoa, they're making metallic white, a figure that is so easy for them to do that everybody was expecting it. Yeah. I mean, I'm very, very happy that we're going to be finally getting metallic white, because Mighty Morphin White was the very first figure in the entire Lightning Collection, so it always kind of has that very, sentimental importance to me of being that first figure in the entire line. But also, I've really, really liked the Metallic Armor figures so far. I think that they just look really pretty. I love the translucent parts in them, and I don't know, they're my favorite Mighty Morphin figures to display in terms of between regular suits and metallics. So I'm really happy we're going to get metallic white, because it just kind of seemed weird that we had 5 of the 6 of them. So I'm really hoping that this version of Tommy not only has a new head sculpt, I'm sure it probably will, because we've already had a Mighty Morphin white head sculpt, and we've had a couple Tommies already, so I'd like to see another new Tommy hair. But also, I really hope that this one comes with a fully assembled Zeo crystal, because if you remember, the individual metallic armors all came with the individual sections of the broken up Zeo crystal. that matched up by color and not necessarily by character. So we already have all 5 of the Zeo crystals, but Tommy wouldn't really have one to come with because we already got the Zeo Ranger 5 red one with Rocky. So I'd love to see him have like a fully assembled Zeo crystal or some kind of piece that you could put all the different sub-crystals into. I think it would just be easier at this point to include a fully assembled crystal. But either or, it'd be great. I just hope that one of those 2 options is in this release to kind of keep it consistent and everything. And also, fingers crossed, I really, really hope that this was able to make it out in terms of production time-wise to still have the old box style where it would have the glitter on the packaging that gets all over the place, but also to be able to match with the other 5, because if we had 5 of the 6 and this last one won't be able to match, it would be extremely annoying. So no idea when they're going to reveal this. There's no pictures of this figure yet. Basically the Facebook post for it just said, hey, you can pre-order here. I guess you can't anymore since they took the post down. But basically they said it, and also it's going to be an exclusive. I'm almost 100% certain it's going to be a Hasbro Pulse exclusive of some kind, unless they just really throw a curveball at us and they make the final metallic not a Pulse exclusive, but the other 5 have been, so I figured why not. But yeah, hopefully we'll see this soon, and I imagine if maybe we get another Fan First event sometime soon, we might see this alongside Wave 12, because things are starting to build up in terms of things that we know everything about, but we don't have any kind of pre-order or official announcement by Hasbro for them. But I'm very excited to see Metallic White. Finally. And that's it for this week. So, of course, until next time, I'd love to hear what you guys have to say about anything I talked about in this week's episode down in the comments below. And, of course, you can follow me on Twitter at LiveRangerKey or at LightningTwigPR. And I'll see you all in Lightning Storm, the series where lightning always strikes twice. See you all next time.